Welcome SATS Geniuses to question number 33, a percentages question. 36% of 450. Now, seeing as 450 is our original starting number, that represents 100%. So I'm going to write that in the centre. 450 is 100% and put a circle around it. Now we've got to see what we can do to break this down into smaller numbers and piece it back together to make 36%. So remember, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get 10%. You could always start by getting 10%. So 10%, to get from 100% to 10%, you need to divide by 10, because 100 divided by 10 is 10. So you therefore need to divide 450 by 10 as well. And 450 divided by 10 is going to be 45. So 10% is worth 45. Now we need to start building that back up to 36%. So what we can do is times that by 3, because that will build it back up to 30%. 3 lots of 10% is going to be 30%. So there's no easy way of doing this. We've got to do it bit by bit. So if we're timesing 10% by 3, we've got to times what is in 10% by 3, which is 45. So 3 times 5 is 15. Put the 5 in, carry the 1. 3 times 4 is 12, plus the 1 is 13. So if 10% is 45, 3 lots of that gives you 30%, and 3 lots of 45 is 135. So 30% is 135. Now we need to find 6%. So we'll come over here this time. So we're going to find 1%. Now 1%, we're going to basically divide 100 by 100. 100 divided by 100 will give you 1%. So 450 divided by 100, you're basically going to make 450 100 times smaller. So remember your column headings above 450, that's hundreds, tens, units, and you're making it 100 times smaller. So the decimal point would stay where it is. And if everything shifts 2 columns over, the 4 would be in the units column, and then the 5 and the 0 would come after that with the decimal point in between. So it's 4.50. But remember, 4.50 is the same as 4.5. So 1% is actually 4.5. Now we know that 1% is 4.5, we can times that by 6. And if we times that by 6, we will get 6%, which is what we want. So 6 lots of 5 is 30. Put the 0 in, carry the 3. 6 lots of 4 is 24, plus the 3 is 27. So 6%, it isn't 270, was one thing we've forgotten, that's the decimal point. So 6% is going to be 27.0. In other words, 27. Now then, what we've got to do now is start collecting together the bits that we actually need. So what do we need? Well, we need 36%. 36% is going to be 30% plus 6%. Our 30% value is this 135, so 135, and our 6% value is this 27. 27.0 is still 27, so 27, and if we add that together, we're going to get 36%. So it's 135 add 27, and we're about to get our final answer. 5 plus 7 is 12, put the 2 in, carry the 1. 3 plus 2 plus 1 is 6, and 1 plus nothing is 1. So it looks like 36% is 162. Now a tricky question, that one. We've had to break lots of bits down. Quick recap, we found 10%, then we tripled it to find 30%, then we found 1%, and then we timed it by 6 to find 6%. And finally, we put 6% and 30% together to get our final answer of 162.